Hopefully the setup is good. I'm not 100% sure. I'm looking at the feed of the mic and it's not crossing the red line, so that's a good thing. Hopefully I'm not blowing up anybody's ears. And I feel like the light is a little bit too intense, but I'm gonna roll with the punches. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm trying to make this a very film or entertainment centric type of channel. So talk about anything entertainment, do movie reviews, etc., etc. So if you're into that sort of thing, click like, subscribe, share as well. If you guys are people that come here regularly or are my friends, you guys can also share the video. I mean, it doesn't take you much and it doesn't give you anything, or you don't have to pay for it. Yeah, so I'm trying to do this on a regular basis. So given the fact that I'm not going to be able to upload anything not upload, but I'm not going to be able to record anything this week that's coming, I said maybe if I just at least record 1 or 2 videos so I can spread them evenly until I am able to record again. Then yeah, so this is one of those. Although I did want to talk about this, and this is going to be probably a little bit of a long video because I'm not only going to discuss the casting of Sue Storm, but I also want to discuss something about the MCU as a whole. So again, guys, like, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video. So essentially this happened sometime this week, and they reported that Vanessa Kirby is allegedly signed on for Fantastic Four as Sue Storm. Now, prior to Vanessa Kirby being signed, there was a shortlist, and in the shortlist, Margot Robbie was actually intended to play Sue Storm, and I think I had uploaded a video on Facebook, or I had mentioned something on Facebook, like as a status. I know Facebook, I use Facebook because Twitter or X, I always forget it's there. I'm trying to make it a habit to use it, but it's hard. But Margot Robbie was on the short list, and I said that it's kind of incredible that she's on the short list, given the fact that she's already playing Harley Quinn, she's playing Barbie, and potentially she's playing the main character in the new Pirates of the Caribbean, although I don't know if that's going to be something that happens. But long story short, I said that it wasn't a good idea because it's overexposure. Why would you have Margot Robbie be Sue Storm in the MCU when you already have her as Harley Quinn in the DC universe, even though that's not going that well over there either? It just doesn't make any sense. It's like, aren't there any other actresses that can play these roles, right? And lo and behold, Vanessa Kirby got the role. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with who Vanessa Kirby is, she has starred in The Crown. I believe it was season 1, or maybe in other seasons. I've never watched The Crown fully. I think I watched 1 or 2 episodes and I really never got into it. But she's in The Crown. She's in Pieces of a Woman, which is a movie that's kind of tough to watch, if I'm being honest. If you've never watched it, I suggest you go watch it for yourself, and I don't know, maybe come up with I don't know, it gives you a lot to think about, right? Anyways, so she was there, and she has been in the last 2 Mission Impossible movies, which I think she's been quite good at. So she's had some sort of I guess history when it comes to Hollywood entertainment. So she definitely is an actress that is up to the task, and I'm glad that they went with somebody that's not as mainstream, right? Margot Robbie is extremely mainstream. There was other people's names being thrown out there, like Amanda Seyfried, although I think that would have been a better choice. At least in my head, I'm not taking away from Vanessa Kirby. I think it was a good choice, maybe, and even an excellent one, but I have a soft spot for Amanda Seyfried, so I I really wanted it to be her. But anyways, it is what it is, right? But I think that Vanessa Kirby herself does embody like the overall aesthetic of Sue Storm. So I'm kind of happy that they went that route. We all know that Disney famously tends to change things just for the sake of changing them and then slapping the whole word inclusive and representative into it, which again, laziness, right? But anyway, that's beside the point. So she is going to be she's going to be the one playing Sue Storm in the upcoming Fantastic Four reboot. Now, there's also been rumors that apparently, allegedly, and this is something that I've heard from people that work in the industry, not work, but like are around the industry and make videos and reviews and whatnot, and a lot of them are saying that apparently, allegedly, she is going to be the focal point of the new Fantastic Four movie. And I'll say more about that in a bit. But here is also a short list of the people that are being considered to play the other members of the Fantastic Four: Reed Richards, Johnny Storm, and The Thing. So the picture right here, this is Neb's Good Takes on Twitter, and he tends to share a lot of things when it comes to entertainment news, casting information, etc., etc. So he tends to have, I guess, some sort of a reliable, I guess you can say that he's kind of reliable when it comes to this sort of stuff. So apparently here's the short list when it comes to the other Fantastic Four members. Now, okay, so a lot of people that are into this like inclusivity and try to make things representative and change stuff because it's better to be to see people represented in the screen from different backgrounds, have no issue when it comes to Reed Richards' lineup. Apparently, to be honest, Disney really wants Adam Driver to be the one to head Reed Richards, and I think that is actually the better choice out of all the three that are here, and even Matt Smith, which is the one that's also in the talks to playing the role. I don't think Matt Smith is a good choice, if I'm being honest, not because he's not a good actor. It's just that I don't think that he fits. I don't think he fits the mold for Reed Richards. Now, Adam Driver, in the other hand, I think he does, because Reed Richards in the comics is kind of an anti-hero, so he tends to be like anti-hero, sometimes even the villain in a lot of cases. So I think that Adam Driver does have that ability to be both of those things, right? I mean, he essentially was that in the new Star Wars movies, like the last trilogy, and I think everybody can kind of agree that he was the best part of those movies. I think I enjoyed a lot of his scenes in the movie and his take and portrayal as well in that movie. So I think that he is the better choice. Now, apparently, allegedly, the talks are that he turned down the role based on the fact that he did not like the script that they gave him. That could be true. It could also be the money. I think that Adam Driver, the same thing with Margot Robbie, which is why she turned down the role, which again, better for her, because I don't think it would have been anything good for her if she would have taken the role. But apparently it's because of the money, and it's not about the script. But if the script is how they're making it out to be, I think that he shouldn't take it. But any of the other ones that are like in the run, I really don't. I forgot the name of the guy in the middle, but I know this one, Dev Patel, doesn't fit the mold of Reed Richards like whatsoever. People will defend it and be like, well, it's good because if he's a good actor, why not? He doesn't fit the mold. He just doesn't have the look for it. So yeah, if anything, just get back try and cast John Krasinski in the role again and then just call it a day. I don't think that they made it wasn't made justice when it came to the way that he was portrayed in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I think that he really didn't have a chance to shine in that movie. But out of all those three ones, definitely Adam Driver. Now, when it comes to Johnny Storm, you have the guy from Oh God, The Boys. I completely always forget his name. Jack Quaid, right? Yeah. Joseph Quinn, which is the guy from Stranger Things, and then I forgot the name of this guy. Is it Paul Mescal? I think it is. I don't know. Maybe not. Anyway, I don't think any of these choices is good whatsoever. I really don't think so. And I think that a lot of people have made the point. Even one of the people that I tend to watch the reviews of, Grace Randolph, even though I don't agree with her in a lot of things, she did make a point, which is, Johnny Storm he's a himbo, right? He's the type of person that is, a ladies' man, a guy that is just beautiful and has a lot of charisma and is a player, but doesn't tend to have a lot of quote unquote brains, right? He's essentially a male bimbo. So I don't think none of these people actually embody that whatsoever. Maybe Joseph Quinn, if he would be able to bulk up a little bit. But to what effect does he look like Vanessa Kirby? Because he doesn't look like Vanessa Kirby whatsoever. So it's like they're brothers. So we're not going to go the whole route of, they're adopted like they did with the last Fantastic Four, which we all know how that went. So no, I don't think any of these actually would fit the role. There's other names being thrown around, and if I had to choose out of the top of my head, I know that Grace Randolph said Austin Butler. Maybe he looks like Vanessa Kirby. But I don't know. I haven't given it much thought, so I don't know which of them, what actor may be able to play him. But these are the ones in the short list, and apparently Joseph Quinn is the one that's going to end up getting it. So we shall see. Again, happy for him because he did an amazing job in Stranger Things, but I don't know. We shall see. And then when it comes to the Thing, which I think it's like maybe people's least favorite character in the Fantastic Four. I know it's definitely my least favorite character. David Diggs and Ebon Moss are the two that people are throwing around the most. And if I had to, it doesn't really matter. I think it would be a little bit of a letdown to see somebody like an actor of color, a black actor, being like portraying the Thing, which he's not going to be in his human form. So it's like, we have other black superheroes that we can make movies out of, but we're not doing it. So it's like, why are we giving, why are we just giving them like lazy race swaps or the bare minimum, like these type of roles? I don't know. It is what it is. That's essentially the gist of the casting. Obviously they can't announce anything due to the writer's strike. Not the writer's strike, but the actor's strike. Well, both of the strikes at this point. They can't announce anything, so maybe they already have the people and we're just gonna find out little by little with leaks, or even once everything is said and done. Now, that being said, I know it's 15 minutes, but I did say that this video was going to be a little bit long. Essentially, the plot is going to be surrounding Sue Storm's character. And I have kind of a little bit of an issue with that because I feel like Marvel keeps doing this where they either do like a bait and switch and they utilize one character that has either been very, very established, and then they switch it up into making another character the focal point. They did that with, well, I guess that Hawkeye was a little bit of a different story, but I feel that Hawkeye did it to a certain extent. And they I think they even did it essentially in what's it called? They did it to a certain point in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Well, no, they actually did. The movie was more about Wanda than what it was about Doctor Strange. And get it? I think that Wanda was the best part of the movie. But it's like, it's Doctor Strange too. Why are you making Wanda the focal point? The same thing that happened with Thor Love and Thunder. They made Thor like feel like a secondary character in its own movie. They keep doing this, and I don't think that it's been working out for them, and I think that that's where the issue lies, that they keep trying to run on this like train of progressivism and, you know, female empowerment and all of this, and they keep missing the mark. They just keep completely missing the mark. And this is about the Fantastic Four. This is about a group, right? And I think that even though Sue Storm is a very big part of that group and is a focal point in that group, we all know that the leader of the group, it's Reed Richards. That's just how it's always been, right? And obviously Reed Richards and Sue Storm have their love quarrel and whatnot, but again, the focal point and the one that is the leader of the group tends to be Reed Richards. Sue Storm, maybe in later iterations of the comic books, maybe she was part of the leadership there, but in a sense, Reed Richards has always been, in a sense, the leader of the Fantastic Four. So for Marvel to just switch that up and make it about Sue Storm, again, I think that they're going to miss the mark there. They're going to make it something that it shouldn't be, and people are going to be turned off by it completely. And I think that that's what worries me. I don't think that Marvel is in a state to keep making these mistakes, especially with the dire state that the MCU is currently in, right? It's no surprise that a lot of the things that they've been doing have been flopping. The only thing that has not flopped for them has been Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That has been the only thing that actually has come out well for Marvel in the past few outings, right? Thor Love and Thunder and Doctor Strange were a little bit different because there was some hype on it, right? Wanda hyped a lot of the movie for Doctor Strange 2, and Thor Love and Thunder, again, who doesn't love Chris Hemsworth portrayal of Thor? So those movies were still going to make money regardless, right? Regardless if they were good or not. And obviously, we all found out that they were not that great. But they still ended up making money. But then after that, everything has just been downwards and downwards and downwards. Every content that they put in Disney Plus have been met with little to no engagement. The ratings are not there. Secret Invasion was terrible. The Marvels is about to flop. So this is something that people are looking forward to, right? And I feel that in the status of how the MCU is currently in, there have also been talks about rebooting the whole thing. I can't remember the name of the person, but let me see if I can find it real quick. MCU. I know that somebody said it. Is it Screen Rush? I can't remember who it was. There are more. There was this person that did. I forgot the name of him, to be quite honest. I know it was the person that headed the Outerverse, the Arrowverse. There you go. I forgot his name completely, but anyway, he apparently said that they were reported or considering to reboot the MCU, and I think that that might play out well for them if they know how to do it. But the Fantastic Four is a movie that a lot of people are anticipating, especially when Marvel got the rights back for the characters. I think that everybody has been anticipating this movie and seeing what Marvel can do with it. Kevin Feige, obviously. But I don't know to what extent they actually know their audience, or at least know what they can do with these characters and with this movie to make it work. I think that the way that it's looking and shaping out to be, I don't think they really have an understanding of how to, or how to make this work. I think that they're focusing on things that they shouldn't focus on, and that's where they're missing the mark. Maybe it'll be a good movie, maybe it will not. Heck, maybe we will never even see this movie. We never know, especially with the current status of Hollywood. I don't know to what extent we're actually gonna see this movie, but I am hopeful, because I think that a lot of people think that I dislike or flat out hate the MCU. I don't. I really enjoyed the first iterations of it. The first 10 years were really good, all leading up to Endgame, and even movies that have come afterwards, and even shows I've enjoyed. I just haven't enjoyed a lot of the whole lack of focus, and just focusing on women empowerment or representation or diversity that the MCU is taking. If they would just focus on good stories, everything else will follow through. But hey, who knows? We shall see. But this is essentially who we got as Sue Storm. The casting is good. I think she looks like the character. I think she has the acting chops for it, so that's not my concern. My concern is the writing of the movie and the overall plot, which it's yet to be seen what's going to happen. But anyway, guys, that is it for this video. Like, subscribe, share. If you want to comment as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.